Hey guys, what's up? It's Jonathan with One Big Impact. So today's video is actually going to be an unboxing and quick basic review of an item I just got from a YouTuber. Now, I just got that item from a guy named Keith. He's one of my subscribers, and he's been helping me out with lots of cool, awesome equipment lately, and I wanted to do a quick review on one of the items. This is actually the Neewer light. This is going to go on top of your camera. I could grab my camera, but it's obviously you can just picture that it's going to be on top of your camera. I have a tripod here that I'm going to show you that it attaches to it there. Just got these tripods in today actually. I should probably do a review on those too. But I don't really think it's necessary. I don't know, maybe I will do a review on it. But basically, you got the tripod here. If you can see that, you bring your tripod up. And I'll set that aside and show you basically what came in the box today. So, as you can see, model numbers and stuff are kind of hard to find about this. Like, if you just put LED photo light in, LED Canon light in, or something like that, it usually comes in fairly quickly under the search results. This is what the box looks like. As you can see, it's actually nice packaging. On the backs, it gives you different selections of what it could be. It doesn't necessarily give you the information of what it is. It says 95 plus CRI, high color rendering LED, brightness adjustment, available single or double batteries. I will say, if you get single or double batteries, some of the functions won't work if you only got the one battery, I noticed. Long lifespan, and it says 16.9 widescreen. I don't know why that would have anything to do with this specifically, but I will say overall I love the styling of the packaging. It came very, very nice. It was definitely not trashed by any means. And I'm going to open it here. I have previously opened it, and the reason I did that is because I wanted to get the batteries in it so I could show you guys it working. When you get the packaging, you're going to notice right away that right off the bat, it's got this nice thick protective foam. And I say thick, I know it looks semi-thin. It's about a ½ inch thick. But it's nice because a lot of the times when you get stuff packaged and you buy it online, it's kind of stressful. Also, if you're watching this, you probably need a light. This one's about $56 roughly. And then if you have to, I think it's free shipping. But I'll put the link to this light in the description below, so go check it out. If you want the batteries, if you don't have the batteries, I recommend getting those as well. I think it's like an extra $20, but I'll show you what that comes with, and I think it's definitely worth it. So first of all, you're going to have this little manual, Pro Quality Amateur Prices. You have a little manual that comes right there, little Neewer manual. And basically, it says, thank you for your purchase, blah, blah, blah. Please leave us feedback. Go to Amazon. I think they're a company that sells predominantly on Facebook, or on YouTube, or oh my gosh, on Amazon. This one actually shows you it mounted to a camera. I will tell you right now, this is going to be my main light when traveling. I like to travel. I like to do videos. It's not always the best of circumstances. Now, on here, it's going to, depending on which one you buy, it's going to kind of give you a lot of the details and stuff, a little breakdown. This one, I believe, is the 280S. LED 280S. But it's weird because on the back of mine it says 300S, which I think means 300 lights. We will do a quick count of those lights in just a second. Moving on, we have a little swivel attachment. Let me take that out of the bag. It's kind of a poor quality because of the zoom and the plastic and everything. this is a nice little attachment that was awesomely included. And you can see how that kind of bends over or whatever. This actually attaches to the top of your camera. Let me grab my camera real quick. 1 second. I think it's important that you guys see this. So this is actually my current setup right here. This current setup is, if you're looking for gear to get started, this is a really good setup to get started. If you can see that. That's the Canon Rebel T3i. It's got the flip screen, which is really good if you're vlogging, if you're doing YouTube videos and stuff like that. If that's something you're getting into, you need that screen that you can see while you're videoing so you can see about your focus and stuff like that. Actually, let me write that down because I want to do a focus tip for you guys to be able to understand how to focus your camera. If you have a lot of money, this camera specifically is only about, you can find it between $200-300. I think $300-400 some places. But I always put all my gear in the description below so you can go check it out. I always give you the links to the cheapest version. This is actually a Rode Gear mic that actually mounts to the top. I'm also going to do a video on that, a review on that. I should probably do a video review on all my gear. Review all gear. That's probably the best thing I can do. Now this actually comes off, as you can see, and that's the reason I'm showing you this is because that is where the mount I just showed you is going to go. This mount here is going to go to the top, and I'm not trying to waste your time, guys. I know if you're in a hurry. First of all, do I think the light is good? Yeah, it's worth the investment. If you got $60 or $80 or whatever, buy the light. And the reason I say that is because you're going to see that in a minute. If you skip about 2-3 minutes on this video, you'll probably be able to see me testing the light out. It is fairly heavy, so I don't think you're going to want to carry it around. The light is fairly heavy. I definitely just dropped my camera on the mouse and stopped the video. So let's continue. This is actually the light. And you're probably wondering, what the hell is that? Like written in whatever. Okay, so when you get this right out of the package, it has a little clip here. Push in on that little clip at the bottom. Push in on that. And then you can actually just slide that right off. And that is going to be like a protective plastic material right here. And you're just going to peel that off. I haven't. It's what it is you can see, it's actually going to be like a diffuser. And you're probably like, well, why would I need a diffuser with an LED light? Well, when you see me crank this puppy on, you'll see why. What this, here's the back real quick. I'll show you the back. Damn. I know, don't you gotta love that? That's the life of still being a human and still having to get stuff done. Oh my gosh, stuff is dropping everywhere. So this is actually the light, guys. That is like, let's count them. I was gonna count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Shoot, I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. What the heck is 20 times 14? I don't know, Google. What is 20 times 14? What is 20 times 14?
The answer is 280.
280. Okay, so it's the 280 model. That's easy enough. The web's Amazon is kind of, yeah, so it's the 280S. Now that's going to come with, it's got the 96 CRI, the voltage is 12 volt DC, max lumens is 22 40 LUX. Color temperature is between 3200 to 5600 kelvins. Power consumption is 18 watts. The size is the 200 by 120 by 48 millimeters. Weight is about 20 ounces. And you probably don't think that's a lot. But it really, really is kind of a heavy light. If you got a tripod, it's no big deal. But I'm just saying, if you're trying to carry this sucker on top of your mount, that might not be the best idea. So now basically you just get this guy here. Be careful not to drop either one of these. Obviously. You know what would be a better idea, I didn't even think about that, is to pull this guy off, put the mount on first, and then mount it afterwards to your camera. So you don't have to worry about dropping it or putting too much pressure on the mount. And spin it around. It's actually a pretty stout thing. That's why I'm trying to tell you. I'm not trying to tell you to, turn you away from buying it, but I'm just saying if this is going to be something that you're going to be carrying all the time, that might not work out for you. So if you can see that, that's actually significantly larger than the actual camera itself. And if I had to guess, I'd probably say it was going to be heavier. On the back, I'd like to show you the control knobs here. The control knobs, this is pretty awesome studio quality looking. These here are actually the external battery packs. They have to be charged separately. I do believe you can do a constant power source, the 12 volt DC just there, if you can see that. These two control knobs here, everything's backwards, I apologize on the video. These two control knobs are the intensity of the light that you're looking at. The top one is for yellow, the bottom one is for white. Now you're probably wondering, well, what does that mean? There's two different color lights in there. I don't know if you can see it in there, but I can see it here, if it focuses. See how one's a darker, one's a lighter? The lighter one's the white light. So definitely keep that in mind. It has a low setting and a high setting. For if you have one battery or both batteries. Now here's my tripod, and I'm going to pick my, I got my other mount here. I'm going to pick my tripod mount up and just spin it while it's on there instead of trying to spin the camera. Because these mounts are great that are on your camera and everything, but you don't want to put too much pressure on them. Just do it nice and slow. Don't rush it or anything or what have you. This will not be the one that it's actually mounted on. I'm just showing you guys this for your own knowledge. It's going to be mounted on a Ravelli that I got used for like 10 bucks. So now it's on there. You see how basically it sits. This will obviously pivot back and forth. Let me get that a little bit closer for you guys. That will actually pivot back and forth, so you won't have to worry too much about that. I want you guys to be able to see what that looks like. Hopefully you can see everything there. Raise it up just a little bit. Now what you're going to see is I'm actually going to turn this puppy on. And you're probably thinking, well, for 60 bucks, it's not going to be that great. It's just going to be an average thing. If you're looking for a lot of light or a little bit of light, low intensity, high intensity, this is going to be your best option. Now, first, I'm going to turn it on the low intensity. I don't know if it's going to work with having two batteries in there. Doesn't look like it comes on. If you have two batteries in there. But if I take one of these out, let's try it with two. Okay, so we got 2 batteries in there. Guess it doesn't work with 2 or 1. That is on, like, here's the lowest setting. That's the lowest setting right there. Now that's not the low, I'm actually only using the white right there. And as you can see, as I go brighter and brighter and brighter, obviously you are going to see an intense change because you are actually on a webcam. But what you have to realize is that is a very bright light. You don't need to, this can actually be used for pretty substantially large sets. Here's going to be the yellow light. You can see instantly the change in the color. It's a lot more yellowy. But also remember, you can use them both at the same time. And you can turn them both all the way up. That's them both all the way up. Now you're probably like, well, yeah, I see that facing directly at an item, at the screen. So of course it looks intense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to show you the effects of what it looks like when it points on someone. Now this is going to be it, pointing pretty much right on me. I'm going to aim it down just a little bit, just facing me there. And the reason I'm going to show you this is because you're going to have to take a lot of things into consideration. The distance, the intensity of the light. But the cool thing about this light is that it's going to give you an all-around great aspect. It's very versatile. I'm looking for that plastic. It's very versatile. Of course, it's great because it has settings as far as low, high. When you get items like this that are just like a single bulb, it's really difficult because they don't have the dimmability and things like that. So definitely keep in mind that that's a really, really, really nice option. I took the plastic off. Now you're going to see the diffuser. The diffuser is actually going to be, you just pull out the bottom, slide it in. Now I'm going to keep that out to show you right now, and then I will take it out. I'll put it back in after I show you. Now, this is going to be the top light, which is the yellow. That's barely on. It's barely on right there. It's pretty bright. Like if you can see, if I look directly at it, I'm definitely squinting. It's hard to be right in front of it. But as I increase it, watch how bright it is. Like, it's no joke. It is no joke. It is a very intense light, but also can be very subtle. If you backed away a little bit, say to here, it turns into a very warm yellow, and it's a good light for a lot of different scenes. Now, once I bring it back in, I will turn on the white, and you can see how that activates. That's both of them. It's a very, very intense light. You can see if you were 20, 30 feet away, it would have no problem lighting up a large set. And for $60, the ability to light up a large set or a small set, that versatility is simply priceless, you guys. That is absolutely amazing. Now let's put the diffuser in, and maybe you can see a little bit more of how it works. Okay, we got the diffuser in. Now we're going to turn it on. Do you see how much better that looks? If you can see it from there, I can look at the light without it being painful. Now obviously that's a little bit washed out and it's too bright, especially for how close I am to it. And that's going to be both of them, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt my eyes. It's definitely, if you look directly at it, of course, but when you tone it down and you bring it down, and if you were to step away from it a little bit, do you see the difference? The light's on right now. It's on white, but it's not putting tons and tons of splash, like light splash on my face. So it's really nice. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off now. Overall, I think for the price, I'm going to bring this down because I don't want my gear falling over the place. It's not the greatest tripod that that's standing on. Overall, I would say if I were to pick a light out there, and I've done research, put this on a very stable tripod. Do not leave it on a tripod that only fans out at the bottom. I would say put it on a really good quality tripod. Another quick tip is to keep all your gear in the box that it originally came in. I'd give it 10 out of 10. And the simple reason I say that is because for the price, for a $60 investment, you're actually going to get quite a significant jump in lighting. Do I have the regular lights? Yes. Will I always use this light? Probably not. It'll be good in situations and bad in others. But I would say the greatest thing about this is if you have to light an entire set on the fly and you don't have time or space to set up a ton of lights, it's really nice and it gives you an all-around good feel. If you guys have any questions, please put them in the comment section below. I will obviously be using this light and other gear on a regular basis. If you're curious about the links about my other gear, they're obviously going to be in the description below. And by the time you see this video, you may very well be a year out. So ask me how the gear is working now. That's the best gauge. You know, a lot of the times we get these, we see these Amazon reviews and stuff like that, and people who haven't yet used the gear, and they haven't got to actually, go through trial and error and actually, spend some time with the gear. So if you find this video later on or you find this video tomorrow, feel free to ask your questions and I'll do my best to answer it. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Have a beautiful day and remember to spread love, not hate. Peace, guys.